sense of style, detailed backgrounds and stuff. I like it a lot. So we're gonna throw it over to JaguarKing. He's gonna be doing Metal Gear and Snake's Revenge. Solid Snake's humble beginnings on the NES. Actually began on the MSX, I guess. The NES version, I believe, has been kind of condemned by series director Kojima, but it has such classic lines as "I feel asleep." So it's special in its own way. Looks like JaguarKing's pretty much ready, so I'm gonna throw it over to him. Guys, enjoy some Metal Gear.
Make sure everything is locked and loaded. Okay, I think we are good to go. Okay, hello everyone, welcome back. I'm JaguarKing again. And I'm gonna do this small Metal Gear block. I will be playing both Metal Gear, the original Metal Gear game, and the sequels, Snake's Revenge. So, without further ado, okay, Faisal, I think, okay, Faisal is ready. Okay, we're gonna get started. Get ready for an on time. 3, 2, 1, go! So, this is Metal Gear game. At first, you see these 3 other people that drops with a parachute with you. And we never meet them at all, because they drop into a crocodile pit. Such a nasty, gruesome way to die. So, this game is the NES port of the original Metal Gear game, which was released originally for the MSX back in 1987 by Mr. Hideo Kojima. And I just died, just like just like what happened in the previous year. Oh my goodness, that's really embarrassing. Thankfully, I'm not gonna it's not a really bad death. Should turn on my AC here. It's actually getting hotter. So, let's talk about this game. Everything in this game is... there are 2 timers in this game. There's the universal timer. Wow, enemies are being so... What the hell is going on? Okay, I think something wrong with my controller here. I don't know. Control seems stiff than normal. I don't know what the hell. Maybe I should have to change my controller, but we're gonna keep going. So, there's 2 timers in this game. There's the universal timer, and there's the global timer. Sorry, excuse me, the spawn timer. Which happens, which relates to spawning enemies, and when they will be spawning either like 2 enemies or 3 or 4 enemies. Also, there are like the universal timer, which dictates the enemy patterns whenever you enter a new screen. So I pick up keycard number 1 here and equip it, and then I'm gonna exit this truck, and I will ride this other truck right here, which takes me to the building number 1. Uh-oh, the truck has started to move. Yeah, such a good start. So I'm gonna go to this truck and pick up a ration just to be safe, to make this run even more safer for me. And I'm gonna enter building number 1. So, first of all, I'm gonna go and get the gas mask, which is inside this room. So as I said before, everything in this game have like patterns. There are 2 patterns for every situation. Depends on which frame you enter the screen. For example, if you enter the frame on frame number 1, you will get pattern number A. If you enter at frame number 2, you will enter. You will get pattern number B, and if you entered at frame 3, you will go back to pattern number A, and so on and so on. So everything in this game is 50-50. Everything, including the enemy patterns. So whenever I enter a different screen, I'm gonna have to be careful and observe the enemy movements so I can adjust accordingly to it. Because everything here is 50-50. There are gonna be some POWs like this gentleman right here, and I need to save a bunch of them in order to continue. I'm gonna take a ration here just to be safe because the next room is gonna be a gas room. And based on where the universal timer is, you might end up getting damaged the first frame you enter this room. Because as I said before, universal timer dictates when you will get damaged, when you will get a different enemy pattern, just like that. I just got damaged the moment I exit the room because the universal timer turned out to be 0. And this is how the game actually works. Or you can just think about it as 50-50 chance on almost everything here. So the way the enemies see you here is kind of actually weird. They don't actually see your body, they see your feet. So if you are able to manipulate how you move during several screens, you will be able to just pass through enemies without them seeing you. Not like that, I just screwed that up. And you can like get through a bunch of screens without getting even noticed by any of the enemies. Getting noticed by enemies is not such a big deal because this game has only one exclamation mark point. And that means every time you get spotted, the only thing you need to do is just go to a different screen and the alert will go away. While in the original MSX game, there is a 2 exclamation mark spot and you cannot get away from enemies until you either kill them all or go to the nearest elevator. So what we just picked up is that there is keycard number 2, and that will allow us to access even more rooms. And I saved another POW in that room. I need to save at least 15 POW during the course of the run, I think. I think that's the correct number. Because I need to get to rank number 4, and in order so I can call Jennifer. Jennifer is a snoop. She will not answer your call, even if you know her number. She will not answer your call until you are pretty classy, which means you need to be at least at rank number 4. So this is the sole reason that we go and save all these POWs. If we can somehow call Jennifer without getting to rank number 4, we would have like almost saved up to like 10 minutes or 5 minutes in this game. So here I'm gonna pick up the rocket launcher. This is one of 2 weapons that I'm gonna use during this run. The rocket launcher, the grenade launcher and the rocket launcher. And the main reason we need the grenade launcher is because we're gonna need it for the bosses most of the time. So here's a little manipulation. Let's see if I can get it. Yep, we got it. As I said before, everything here is 50-50 and somehow you can manipulate how the enemy patterns actually move. Here's another POW. This guy gonna give us Diane's number, but we cannot call her. There's no reason for us to call her because she is familiar with enemy activities, and we are us speedrunners familiar with enemy activities even more than her. So I'm gonna go all the way to the elevator here, and I'm gonna switch to keycard number 2, and then we're gonna go all the way to the first floor. So I'm gonna enter this room here and save another POW, and by saving him I will be able to rank up to 2 stars. Every time you rank up, your checkpoint will move, so every time you die, you will end up going to a closer location the game. So I'm gonna save this POW here. So coming up is a guard, we call him the mall cop. And that guard, he can either arrest you fast or slow. We want him to arrest us as fast as possible. It's totally random that happened, and we got the slow arrest. Okay, we just got a slow, fast arrest. It's pretty crucial to get a fast arrest by him, because you will save up to like 7 seconds by doing so. So this is Gray Fox. He will talk to you, he will tell you about your objectives, and that is to rescue Dr. Petrofish Magnar and then destroy the final weapon, Metal Gear. And surprisingly, in the NES version, Metal Gear in this game is actually a supercomputer compared to the MSX version, which is actually a walking battle tank, which is capable of firing nuclear missiles around the world. But for some reason they decided to change that, and they put a supercomputer instead. So by rescuing Gray Fox, it will equal rescuing of 3 POW, so that's why it's pretty much important to rescue him. So this is just the first boss in the game, Shotgunner. But since the enemy has captured me, I don't have any of my equipment, but it's right here. I'm gonna pick it up and get myself keycard number 2 equipped, and I'm gonna enter this room and pick up keycard number 3. Switch keycard to keycard number 3, and then we're gonna go back to Shotgunner. And exit the room. We don't need to fight him. So this is Dopey. This is the sole protector of the prison. He's a Duperman, that's why we call him Dopey. And I'm gonna enter this room, keycard number 2, and pick up a bomb blast suit, which will allow us to access the roof in building number 1. I'm gonna get rid of the transmitter, which I have right here, because if you kept having it on your in your equipment, you will get alerted every time you enter a screen with guards in it. So the reason why Dobie actually followed us is because I had the transmitter. For some reason, they know that I had the transmitter. For some reason, dogs knows that my location via transmitters. So now we are outside of the prison area, and here this is actually a small puzzle sequence that we have to enter the screen left, right, left, and then you will go back to the outside of building number 1 from the other side. But before we can continue to building number 2, as you just saw and witnessed, I just picked up the guard suit, which allowed me to go to building number 2. But first of all, I'm gonna go back and pick up this keycard number 4 and enter building number 1, because there are gonna be a bunch of POWs that we need to rescue before we can progress. So we're gonna go back all the way to the elevator, and we're gonna go to the 2nd floor. Quick keycard number 1. It's okay if the camera detects me, it's definitely fine. This guard is sleeping, so there's nothing to worry about. And then I'm gonna go here, enter this room, and save this POW. There's gonna be another one soon. Quick keycard number 3. Sorry about that. Dr. Petrofish is being held prisoner in a cell on the rooftop. That's all we need. And I'm gonna enter this room and then to another boss fight, the machine gun kit. And we're gonna skip completely by going to the next door here. And that's it. I'm gonna equip keycard number 1. I'm gonna take an intentional damage here. I'm gonna save this POW, and then I will rank up to rank number 3, and then I'm gonna kill myself by touching this guard. By doing so, This will teleport me all the way back to the elevator section and saves up a little bit of time. Then normally return back. I'm gonna equip both the grenade launcher and the bomb blast suit. I'm gonna go all the way to the rooftop. Normally there's gonna be this weird barrier that prevents you from continuing, but by equipping the bomb blast suit, you'll be able to progress without any problems. Whenever you die in this game, your progress will be saved. So any items, weapon, ammo you collect, you will keep up. Here's another glitch trick that you can do by picking up the ammo and opening the transceiver. You will spawn in the ammo crate that was here. And then you can just stock up on ammo and items throughout the rest of the game. And I'm gonna save another POW inside this room here. And then we're good to go. We're gonna go all the way back. So here I'm trying to get as many hits as I can by getting myself touched by this particular enemy. So this is the most scariest section in the game, the moving bridge. Oh my god, holy crap, that was scary. Okay. Because if you happen to go into any of the sides of the bridge, you will fall to your death and die. So this is the third boss, the Twin Gunners. And we do not need to fight at all. I'm just gonna go pass through him and talk to this guard, which will tell us that Dr. Petrofish has been moved to building number 2. And then I'm gonna go and kill myself by this guard, which will teleport me back all the way to the elevator section that I was in. And I'm gonna equip keycard number 4, and now we are completely done with building number 1. Yeah, that bridge is really, really scary. I have lost a lot of runs due to that moving bridge. So, in our way to building number 2, I'm gonna enter this truck here and then stack up on rations. I'm gonna pick up the maximum amount of ration just to make the run even extra safe. I'm gonna open the transceiver. This will spawn the rations that I have inside the truck. And that will allow me to stock up on them as much as I want. The maximum amount of rations I can collect in rank number 3 is 9. Usually, in a world record run, I only pick up 6. But since this is a marathon run and safety is the most important thing here, I'm gonna pick up all 9 of them. I think we're good to go. Okay, we have all 9 rations and we are pretty much good to go. Here's another skip that we can do here. This is the tank. All I have to go is just get close to it. I'm gonna open the equip menu, equip the uniform, and that will allow me to skip the boss pretty much easily without any problems. So I need the uniform. The guard will see me, they will think that I am one of their buddies, and they will allow me to enter building number 2. So, building number 2, there's a lot of stuff that we need to do here. First of all, there's gonna be a boss fight, which will actually fight, which is the bull tank. I'm gonna start right here. I'm gonna throw all the bombs I have here. And no, there's no way you can skip this bull tank. So the only thing you have to do is just fight it. It only takes like 4 grenades to actually destroy it. So I'm gonna go all the way to the rooftop and I'm gonna equip keycard number 2. This elevator is one-way elevator. No matter what, you cannot go down. As you can see, I'm pressing down, you cannot go. You have to go down from a different elevator. So here's gonna be another POW. He will tell us that Dr. Petrofish Mednar is in the 2nd floor. And I totally forgot to switch keycard number 4 inside that room, but that's totally fine. Okay. That was such a bad spawn timer. And I'm gonna pick up keycard number 5. And we are done with the roof. Okay. So same as the other elevator, this elevator can only go down. You will never be able to get it to go up. Right now I'm pressing up, nothing happening. It's a one-way elevator. I don't know why. Which is, I find it weird. So I'm throwing a grenade launcher to kill all the 2 guards behind me and preventing them from shooting me. Such a bad spawn timer as well. Took an extra damage there. So as I said before, there's 2 timers in this game. There's the universal timer, which dictates enemy patterns, damage you take, when you will take it, and when the enemy will shoot you as well when they detect you. And there's the spawn timer, which dictates when the enemy will be spawned. So now we just picked up keycard number 6, and now we're gonna go to the 2nd floor where Dr. Petrovich is actually being held. So a little history lesson about this game. This game was run by NES, and he is the current world record holder by a time of 24:30. And I have the second best time in the world, which is 24:59. And I'm actually thinking about improving this run later. So these are Bloody Brads, or Arnolds. And you cannot damage these Arnolds until you get the rocket launcher. So I'm gonna save this POW. This is the final one before, this is the second before the last one. Don't shoot me, thank you. And then we're gonna enter this room, and this is gonna be the final POW that we're gonna need to save. Try contacting Resistance Fighter Jennifer on waveband 12048. Jennifer can give you direct support, but be careful, she is a snoop. She probably won't answer you unless you are pretty classy. And then we got to rank number 4. So now we are pretty much classy. I'm gonna equip keycard number 6. And then I'm gonna call upon the transceiver and then call Jennifer 48. And by calling her, she will give us the rocket launcher, which resides inside this room. But she is such a nasty woman. She gave us the rocket launcher, and it doesn't have any kind of ammo in it. So we're gonna have to pick up some ammo from the next room here. This is actually getting a little bit dangerous. I'm gonna have to use a ration. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it safely. This floor is called Hell Floor because if it's random nature, a lot of stuff can go wrong in this area as well. So the closest ammo crate you can get is this one. And then I'm gonna switch to rocket launcher, and I have enough ammo for the rest of the game. Now we can defeat the Arnolds and damage them. Oops, missed him. So I'm gonna stay here. 4 hits. Oops. I screwed it up and I wasted a rocket here, which is fine. So, they drop keycard number 7 once you beat them. Now we are done with the 2nd floor. We're gonna go all the way back to the 1st floor. gonna shoot this guard. And now coming up is one of my favorite tricks in this game. The oxygen, the ration enriched with oxygen. Or oxygen enriched ration, whatever they call it. So this waterfall section, water canal section, you can use ration to refill your health. And this is the reason why we picked up so many rations, just because of this section. Normally, on the MSX version, you cannot use ration, but for some reason in the NES version, you can do that. Because the normal route that is intended by the developer for you is to go all the way to building number 3 and pick up an oxygen tank. And go all the way back to this building and go through the water area. So... they did not kiss. So these two guards up there, sometimes they end up kissing each other. And then they morph into one guard, which is pretty much funny, I think. So this is JaguarKing. He's pretty much an easy boss. I'm gonna kill two of the hostages, pick up keycard number 8, and then I'm gonna kill myself. Killing hostages here rank you down. And by ranking down, this will take me all the way at the beginning of building number 1, and that will save enough time for me to go to building number 3 just by riding this truck, which rides outside of building number 1. So that's the reason why we kill the 2 hostages. So I'm gonna equip keycard number 7 for this room. This is where the spawn timer can become really nasty. And we get the pad pattern. Nice. Oh my goodness. This is why we have rations. Oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Okay, here I'm gonna open the menu. This will prevent these pitfall from expanding and allow me to give enough time for me to continue. So now we are underneath the 100th floor in this game, apparently. We are almost there at the end of the game. I'm gonna enter this room here, which is the only room that you need to use keycard number 8. This room is filled with gas, so I'm gonna have to wear my gas mask. There are gonna be another room which is filled with gas as well. So this door is keycard number 5. I'm gonna open the menu and equip the gas mask again. I'm hugging the right wall here because there are mines in this section. Equip keycard number 1. Now things is gonna be much tougher here. So we're gonna use all the ration we have to continue. And I don't know how I'm gonna have to do this. This is gonna be... That was a double input. Oh my god, the game is trying to screw me over. Sometimes the games can do double inputs even if you did not want to. This is gonna be really, really close. Now we're good to go. So I'm gonna hold right here the moment I enter the supercomputer room. And this will instantly teleport me to Big Boss. For some reason, if you enter that room with the supercomputer, if you hold right, you will get to this room instead. And you will fight Big Boss immediately. So I'm gonna try to do a trick that was discovered by Cool Kid when he used to speedrun this game. I'm gonna shoot a shot here. I'm gonna go all the way up, opening the menu, and then I'm gonna just sit down and watch Big Boss dancing right and left, right and left, right and left. Such an amazing looking dance. But now we're gonna have to kill him. Big boss takes up to like 10 missiles. And he's down. Now we are coming at a time here, so get ready for time. I'm gonna shoot the remaining missile that I have, which I'm gonna help destroying this base. And time. And that was Metal Gear. Thank you guys for watching. So stick around. Up next is gonna be Snake's Revenge. But just a sec, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna have to bring something for me to drink. My throats feel dry here.
All right, well, we take a short break, rehydrate ourselves. After our first big mission, we'll be right back into the stealthin' and the not so stealthy gameplay of running past guards in the open. That is Metal Gear speedrunning.